Hello everyone, I am here to do a little informational video on the Drive movie costume. Over the past couple of years I've done a lot of research and found a lot of the pieces, and so I'll be talking about them here. So I'd like to start off with the LA hat that the driver wears at the beginning of the film. This is a replica that I purchased from a member on the Replica Prop Forum. It is a flex fit ball cap, and not much to it. That's a custom lettering. I also have the original Gaspar gloves, driving gloves, and these are exact in every detail to the gloves seen in the film. Also, I have the Cinema Optique Money 2 sunglasses, the same style worn in the film. So those are some of the easy items. I also, Stacey Adams finally re-released their Madison boot in the taupe color. So I finally got those. I'm wearing the Acne Max Raw denim currently. Also here, I have two Henley replicas. And sorry, they're kind of wrinkled. Here on the right, I have a replica made by Indy Magnoli. He had these custom made out of a fine cotton stretch material. Very nice replica. Very close details. Has kind of the cuffed, tight sleeve. And I like how he had a custom vintage style tag made for this. So if you want to purchase one of these, he's magnoliaclothiers.com. This other one is probably my favorite Henley option. You won't be able to find it anymore. This was made by J. Crew, and it came out last year. Or 2 years ago, I think. But as you can see, it has this kind of ribbed and textured cuff. And if you look closely in the film, this is exactly what his looks like that he wears. So it has J. Crew stock jersey, size small. So that is definitely a dead ringer for the Henley that the driver wears in the film. Next, I will go on to the jacket. This is a replica by Steady Clothing, officially licensed. A lot of you know about this jacket. And a lot of you who have done a lot of research on the jacket know some of the things that aren't so accurate. The design of the scorpion is alright, but as you know, it should be looser. It should have a looser embroidery, and also it should have the quilting over the scorpion. So as you can see, that's a very kind of typical embroidery. So that's the first thing. Second thing is the brown accent material. Now in the film, this should be made out of wool and should have a more detailed texture to it, and I'll get to that more on that in a moment. Also, this will be important in a moment. The zipper comes all the way to the bottom on this replica. Also, it has the button snap, which is not accurate to the film. In the film, there's nothing here on either side. And then, of course, you have probably one of the only things I really love about this jacket. So yeah, this is it. You have the brown lining. Now, the next jacket is one of my prized possessions. Just, I mean, it's one of the most valuable things I own besides my car. And, let's get to it. This is the drive jacket made by Richard Lim himself, the man who created the jackets for the film. These are all original materials, exactly the same satin as used in the film, exactly the same wool accent materials, and you'll see here what I was talking about, if you can kind of tell in this light, that has kind of a texture to it. It has like a spacing in it. So this is 100% wool. I believe the satin is actual silk satin. And as you can see here, with the scorpion, that is a much looser embroidery. And we have the quilting over the scorpion. So, Richard Lim, the real scorpion jacket, steady clothing. Big difference. Big difference. Especially when it comes to how they stack up in color. You can't tell that well with this camera, but this is much shinier, much more golden. This is much duller. You can also tell this is more of a a brownish ivory, and this is much more gold yellow ivory. Also, this jacket, the zipper does not end at the very bottom. It ends about an inch away from the bottom, which is more accurate to the film. We've got, of course, the brown lining. Now, for some reason, Mr. Lim made my jacket with a buttonhole. It has a buttonhole, and then it had a button that I removed. But still, this is far more accurate than the button snap. So there's that. You can see his company, High Society. And here I have my invoice from Richard Lim himself. High Society, find custom tailoring. RichardLimTailoring.com if you want to check out some of his other work. And so this was the price for the jacket. $8.95 plus $50 shipping. And I'm told that $300 of that went toward the embroidery alone. And I'm assuming that's because of the size and the atypical style of embroidery, that kind of looser, more vintage style embroidery. So there you have it. You can finally see some of the big differences between the real film jacket and the steady clothing jacket. I think it goes without saying which one I prefer. And yeah, thank you for watching.